Library Quick Guide, Accessibility, the Basics. Understand what accessibility means and why it is important. As an organisation and as individuals, we need to develop an accessibility-informed mindset linked to the services we provide and the resources we create. This supports not only our student-centred approach, but also means we are aware of our legal obligations. UK regulations. We need to take an accessibility-informed approach to develop materials to comply with the Public Sector Body's Accessibility Regulations 2018. These regulations come into force in September 2020. There has been a 2-year lead-in for organisations to assess and update their websites, create accessibility statements, and update their approach to training staff. It applies to websites, virtual learning environments, and any documents we expect our learners to download or interact with online. With the challenges we have all faced adapting our teaching and delivery to the online space, making sure the resources we create are as accessible as possible online is even more important. Equality Act 2010. We also need to be led by the Equality Act 2010 and the protected characteristics which include disability. This means equity of access to learning materials for people with additional needs. As age is also a protected characteristic, we need to be mindful of any additional needs our learners would have based on this too. However, when we take an accessible approach to creating resources, many more people benefit than the target group. Universal design. From our equality and diversity training, we understand the ideas surrounding equity of access and reasonable adjustments. These are the foundations of good practice to support our learners. Creating resources with accessibility built in from the start takes the lead from universal design and has more wide-ranging benefits. Universal design is a movement which believes inclusive design is not just a special requirement for the benefit of only a minority of the population. It is a fundamental condition of good design. It includes products and services, not just buildings or civic spaces. Universal design is the design and composition of an environment, so it can be accessed, understood and used to the greatest extent possible by all people, regardless of their age, size, ability or disability. There are 7 main principles of universal design. First, equitable use, providing the same or equivalent access. 2. Flexible in use, suitable for a wide variety of preferences and abilities. 3. Simple to use, easy to understand regardless of users' experience, knowledge or language skills. 4. Perceptible, the essential information can be easily found. 5. Tolerance for error, it minimizes hazards or mistakes. 6. Low physical effort, can be used comfortably with minimum of fatigue. 7. Space for approach and use, accommodate variations in users' body size, posture or mobility. The accessibility approach. This is a picture of a wide built-in ramp by a train station. This ramp has been incorporated into the core design of the street. It is part of the main fabric of the build, not added or adjusted at a later date. Take a moment to think who would benefit from this. It is true that a person who is a wheelchair user would benefit from this design, or a person with a visual impairment can identify the edges of the steps more clearly. However, this design will also benefit someone pushing a buggy, someone on crutches, whether permanently or after surgery or an accident, a person with a walker or frame, somebody with young children, a person carrying heavy luggage, someone with a walking stick, a person using a mobility scooter, someone carrying a heavy parcel or shopping bags, a person cycling. Universal design recap. Universal design means good design and understanding the impact of being as inclusive as possible. While not all the design principles will be relevant to the resources you create, you need to be mindful of who will be using your resources. How will they be accessing them? What will the learners need them for? When will they be used? Can all the learners in your group benefit from them equally? Supporting learners in college. We do have learners who have declared their additional needs or have been referred for help. There are teams of staff throughout the college who provide excellent support. However, we will also have learners who do not declare their needs or whose needs are not severe enough for specialist help. We will also have a significant number of learners who have issues with literacy, access to technology, or digital skills. Practical steps you can take. Number 1. Check your punctuation and grammar. This is important for screen readers and reading pace. Sentences should be short and to the point. Practical steps you can take. Number 2. Create meaningful hyperlinks. Don't copy and paste the full web address or use the phrase "click here." Try to add context with a name or a phrase. Type your phrase and then highlight the text. Click the Insert tab. Then click the link button and paste the address into the Insert Link box. Practical steps you can take. Number 3. Try to use the correct font size and a plain font type. It's suggested that for Microsoft Office, a minimum font size of 16, Microsoft PowerPoint, a minimum font size of 24, and for documents on screen share, a minimum size of 30. You will need to edit your content and think about your presentation style to accommodate this. Practical steps you can take. Number 4. Use the Heading Styles font option in MS Word. Highlight the text of your topic and the headings. Then click on the Home tab. Choose a heading style from the Styles option bar. This is important for organising reading patterns, displaying the document outline, and for helping screen readers. Practical steps you can take. Number 5. You can demonstrate helpful tools in Microsoft Word, including things like the page colour button, the read aloud button, and a web layout or outline layout. To find the page colour button, click on the Design tab, and then choose the page colour button usually found on the right-hand side. This helps to provide a different colour contrast, which some learners find really helpful. To find the Read Aloud function, click on the Review tab and choose the Read Aloud button. This is very helpful when no other screen reader has been installed or learners prefer to listen to text. To change the layout, click on the View tab, then choose Web Layout or Outline Layout. These make it easier to read when the text is using a zoom function. Practical steps you can take. Number 6. Add alt text or alternative text to pictures and text boxes. It's important to remember that photographs, screenshots, and text boxes are invisible to screen readers unless you add some context. So right-click on the image or text box and then click Edit Alt Text. Add your description, which explains what is actually in the image. And if you can't describe the picture or text box in a couple of sentences, this information should really be included in the main body of the text or slide. You can also include automatically generated descriptions in MS Word. If that's not suitable, then you can mark the text box or picture as decorative. That means it won't be included by screen readers. All the images in this PowerPoint have been marked as decorative, as the learning detail is actually mirrored in the text and the notes field. Practical steps you can take. Number 7. Use the accessibility test in Microsoft Office Suite. Open your document and click on the Review tab. Click the Check Accessibility button, which will assess your document. This will scan your document and highlight any issues you need to resolve or edit. This is a really helpful tool and makes suggestions for items to change to make the text more accessible. It is especially helpful in PowerPoint, where it can help to organise the order that items within a slide will be read. Practical steps you can take. Number 8. Use the Notes field in PowerPoint on each slide. You can create a transcript for learners within each slide, including explanations, and give more depth. These can then be used to print out full text handouts with your slides. When printing, you can choose the Notes field from the options. You can then print out full slides and the presentation notes. You can also save these as a PDF, which is accessible to screen readers. Practical steps you can take. Number 9. Add captions to your recorded PowerPoints. Click the Slideshow tab. click the Always Use Subtitles. Then click Record Slideshow. As you talk, PowerPoint will add automatic captions which will be included in your recording. Practical steps you can take, number 10. Remember, accessibility is not just about disability. Learners may have issues accessing your material because of a few different reasons. Location. They could be in a noisy environment, an area with poor broadband, or are only using 4G access. Their health. They may be tired, recovering from a serious illness, or even have an injury. Equipment. They could be on a mobile, a tablet, or using older versions of their browser or software. We hope this has given you an understanding of the importance of accessibility when creating your resources. The Group Additional Learning Needs team and library staff can provide extra training for the features highlighted here and many more other useful tools. If you need any additional help or support, please contact the library team at libraryfros@gllm.ac.uk.